Solutions. He's managing partner and CEO. Great having you here, Kshitij. Give me a sense. Let me first start off by getting your sense with regard to all the tech stack that Reliance is building, which Akash was just speaking about. What's the sense here? I mean, a separate Jio listing, plus on top of it, the AI play, it's starting to look a little more interesting than last year's story.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me here.
Very good afternoon.
So yeah, it looks like that there are a lot more to be on card, and what they're talking about. Yeah, Jio IPO is something which we all are looking at, and seems like it's around the corner. But the AI builder which he's talking about, various platforms they are talking about. I think India should have their own in-house platforms rather than using outsourced platforms. And the entire other setup also. We have recently seen SCL participating with Sarvam, our own AI platforms. So I'm saying that looks like what they are talking, if they can execute it well, then it can be really big. But yes, once you have a platform, it is easy for you to execute. Moreover, the number of users they have crossed 52 crore users, which is a huge number. You'll be surprised that almost fiber also has more than 1.14 crore users now. So this is a big number, and the scope for building up on the fiber side is really huge. So yes, looks like what they are talking looks like big, but how it's going to get executed, how it will take the actual shape, time will only tell.
Okay. And it is on the Reliance stock. I mean, how should one look at it? I know you don't talk stock specific, but just give us a sense, because this is a stock which has gone sideways for a prolonged period of time, has given very low to no returns since, in fact, the last listing, which was Jio Finance. Since that point, it's a conglomerate. There is a possible demerger, value recognition yet to fully happen. How should one look at the stock now?
So irony is, so it's a part of our portfolio and there is no recommendation. Irony is that in US, when somebody raised capital, to make things bigger and to get into some new ventures, you reward that business. We have recently seen, listing of SpaceX at 94 price to sales. And after the listing, I think the price to sale value has gone more than 145. Here, when you raise capital, normally that happened with many of the companies. When you raise capital and in that zone of raising capital, then your stock doesn't perform. And when you offload that and you keep on reducing your debt, you suddenly see rewards coming your way. So I think many of the businesses, including what we are talking about, you see that when they keep on reducing their debt and when there is a strategic buyer which comes into the play, then you see suddenly the price started moving. But yeah, then there's a sum of total business, which is there are three businesses. Jio Finance has been already off the grid and it's a separate listed company now. So I'm saying normally you see that type of movement happening across board. Now, good part is that 50% contribution is coming from your retail and Jio platform. So I think Jio IPO can be one of the lever through which you will see things will take shape and it will reward the earnings which companies now doing. But yes, sometimes it tests your patience, but markets are like that. You don't get every year return. Sometimes you have to wait, and that's how things are. So India is very different vis-a-vis many of the developed markets, and we have to live with it.
Okay. Kshitij, taking a bit of a pause on the conversation. Going to slip into a very short break. Come back. We'll continue to cover Reliance. Of course, that AGM continues. We'll get you those updates, obviously, at the bottom of your screen. Those will continue. Stay with us.
Welcome back. You're watching Closing Trades. We still have with us Kshitij Mahajan. Kshitij, Jio Platforms IPO seems to be not just about telecom. You have space coming into it, the LEO satellites which are there, and the AI play with respect to the AI sovereign AI architecture which is also coming in. Do you think it's a good combination, and the kind of valuation which we are talking about, 8 to 10 lakh crores, it could be more than that as well?
Seems like it will be much more than that. What I can make out from what it is talking about, I think this will be around 125 to 130 billion, seems like, and they're going to raise 4 billion from this IPO. I think they have to work on the ARPU side, which is around 214, and there is a lot of gap up between them and Bharti. And I think obviously there is a space and scope which will build up with this all AI new initiative which they are talking about. I think that will make a lot of difference. They already have a lot of client base with almost 53 crore customers. I think it's a very big opportunity with 50 crore of customers across under your platform. They can actually make it big. I think anything which is going to build up. Take for example 10 rupees step up also. It's going to add almost 500 crore on a monthly basis, not in top line but on the bottom line side, because it's net profit only which they're going to make, which is like almost 6,000 crore. Around 6,000 crore net profit what they can generate with 10 rupees step up only. So it's already they have done the hard part, which is laying down fibers, doing their stuff, and reaching out to the wide masses. It's for up to them what type of services they can as value add they can do. What they're talking about in AGM looks like is huge. If it can actually if they can actually execute the same, then we can actually see some step up on the ARPU side, and that can reflect very closely with market price once it get listed.
It's going to be a fresh issue of 27 crore shares. It seems that the fundraising would be for the entire satellite communications and the AI infrastructure, because telecom on its own is generating enough cash for its operations.
Yes, 100%. I think what they're talking about having a satellite on a lower orbit, and they're talking to the same set of companies across the world. If they can do that, it can be really big. It can be really big. So future is speed. Whether it's we're talking about 5G, 6G. Actually, if you actually see you and I are not experiencing the right 5G and 4G, but if you go across the world with some developed nations like especially Southeast Asia, the speed is very important in that case. So you will see that speed will play further role, and this type of initiative, as you're talking about, it will make a lot of difference. And the fundraise, which will they're going to use for that same process. One is obviously they want to leave something on the table, but I'm sure there'll be enough appetite if they will be able to execute the same. Again, I'm using this that there are a lot of things which we are talking about here on the agent side, but yes, how and in what manner this will get executed becomes much more important when it comes to looking at the company.
You know, thank you for joining us and giving your perspective of the Jio IPO and how to value it, or I'm sure it's going to be talked about for a long time, because till the time the pricing comes in. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Kunal?